Opportunity to do this. Thanks to my coaches. I really appreciate everything. Thanks to the administration at Kent State. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Describe your move to get the pin.
I want to say he shot in, tried to get a high crotch, and I stuffed it. And I came up with double underhooks, and I feel like he wasn't a guy who wants to go upper body. And I just jacked it up. And when I locked that up, I felt it. I threw it, and I was not letting go of that when I got him down to the mat because I wanted that pin. So I just did what I had to do. Took care of business, took care of it fast. I've been visualizing this for the past few days, just pinning him. No joke. Couldn't sleep.
You won a state championship. What does this compare?
This is 100 times better. And this time around, there's way more people here for me, so feels great.
Kyle, you're from Ohio. Age-wise, how close were you? Was there any history? It's a two-part question. Was there any history between you and Colin in high school? And second part of the question is, did you get any look at all from Ohio State? Were you recruited by Coach Ryan or any of the staff there?
Not at all. No, I had no relationship with Colin. I mean, I've seen him around. Never really talked to him. I mean, he seems like a nice guy. I mean, we haven't really had any conversation. Everything's been friendly between us. Any little interaction we've had. So.
But you saw him in high school at tournaments, just never really wrestled?
No, I didn't see him in high school.
Oh, really? Okay.
No. So I didn't go to, like, when I was in high school, we didn't go to a lot of big tournaments. So.
As a freshman, you just missed All-American. How much was the drive there even more this time around because you just missed last time?
It was there big time. Myself, I hate trying to wrestle back in the consolations, which is what I had to do at the conference tournament, and I kept telling myself I wasn't going to let anyone take this from me. I was going to All-American this year, and I achieved my goal, and now it's time for me to let loose and do the best that I can.
Ashtabula, Ohio. You said 60 miles, I think it's more like 50. Dead east on the shoreline of Lake Erie. Okay, your school hasn't been a school for 20 years. Lakeside's a newer school,
like
right?
2001.
They like consolidated two schools,
yeah.
Right? So you look at that and they're asking these questions. Where did you see Coach Ryan? Well, Lakeside doesn't go anywhere, right? What's your toughest tournament in high school that you guys even go to besides the state?
Kenston, if they still go there.
Kenston's the toughest tournament you go to?
Yeah. And that's, I mean, you see a couple of ranked guys in the state there. Like my senior year, I didn't wrestle anyone ranked up until states. Like the state tournament, I didn't wrestle anyone who was ranked.
Kyle, I don't understand why did you not wrestle last year?
It was a combination of things. I had some injury problems. I had some issues I had to work through, and wrestling just wasn't part of that equation for me. So,
the last Kent State semifinalist, Ian Miller. Does it even occur to you that it's been that been 3 or 4 years since you guys have pushed somebody through?
Yeah, it was I think it was 2 years. Yeah, 2 years ago. Yeah, it definitely occurred to me. I mean, I want to do better than that. Obviously, I don't want to just stop at the semifinals. I want to make it to the finals. So I'm just excited for that. I'm ready for tonight. I just want to do the best that I can for Kent State, and I feel like I'm doing that right now. I just gotta get a couple steps higher. So.
What were you doing in your off? What were you doing? Were you wrestling? Were you practicing? Were you doing anything?
I did not have any involvement in wrestling at all. I did not watch wrestling. I didn't think about wrestling.
Did you have your intention of coming back this year?
What's that?
Did you have every intention of wrestling this year?
No, I had zero intention of coming back.
When did you make the decision to come back?
Almost the end of summer. So it was around August that I decided to
Were you in shape, or did you feel?
I was terribly out of shape. I got up to like 255, so.
Coach Hill and Andracy, they've been a huge part of getting you back, drawing you back into the sport. You were done, man. It was over. You know, we were done. We were like, man, Kyle's a great guy, but he'll just be a nice guy, and you won't wrestle for us. Yeah. We can't say anymore, but they drew you back. Talk about the coaches and the staff bringing you back in and drawing you back into the sport and relighting your flame and your passion for it.
Right before I ended up leaving, Hill said, "I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you back." And we didn't talk for a few months, and they kind of just let me be, let me do my thing. And I realized that I wanted to come back, and they were open arms. They were 100% for me coming back. try to put no roadblocks in front of me, and they're really supportive of me. They've been really extremely supportive of me this whole year, even though I've had ups and I've had really bad downs this year, wrestling-wise. Everything else has been up and up, but they've been amazing. It's been awesome, and I love being with these guys. I love coming in the room every single day and being able to work with them and talk to them and everything, and I'm just so happy and grateful.
Kyle, besides people who are involved with the Kent State wrestling program, coaches, like Zeb just said, there's usually some people behind that are part of the journey, whether it's mom or dad or a sibling or a high school coach. Who would you like to give credit to as really having been part of this journey with you, especially during your some of the valleys that you've experienced? Who's really helped you out?
There's been a ton of people. I can try to hit them all, but my mom has been extremely supportive. My dad, whether I was with it or against it for wrestling wise, they're with me. My high school coach, he's been with me obviously since I was in high school, so he's here today. So yeah, he comes to my tournaments, doesn't even let me know sometimes. But everyone, my girlfriend, her family, my whole family, just everyone around me, my teammates. I'm just so, everyone around me is just so supportive. Zeb here, everyone.
Last one for me. You said Coach Ryan, Ohio State's program, didn't really chase you. You weren't recruited by them. Besides Kent State, was there interest from some schools?
There are a couple schools. See, I committed kind of early. I committed before my senior year. Okay. But I was looking at schools like Virginia and Penn, and I was really going to go to. I was leaning towards the other ones, and then I went on my visits, and Kent State felt like home. So even when I wasn't wrestling, I was continuing classes at Kent Beach just because I love Kent, and I had I had no intentions of leaving the school at all. I had no intentions of transferring out to wrestling. That's one thing they asked me before I quit. They're like, you need to let us know now if you want to go anywhere and wrestle, and then we can release you. And I was like, no. If I ever come back, it'll be here. So that's what happened.
Let's talk about that. Gerard James.